The emergency lights cast an eerie red glow through the damaged corridors of Station Omega-7. "Commander." Lisa Hayes pressed her back against the cold metal wall, listening for any sound that might indicate the approaching enemy forces. Her shoulder throbbed where the plasma bolt had grazed her 3 hours ago, and her stomach gnawed with hunger. The last of her rations had been consumed 2 days prior when she first took refuge in this abandoned section of the station. The Krell Empire had swept through the outer colonies like wildfire, their advanced warships easily overwhelming human defenses. Lisa's reconnaissance mission had gone sideways when their stealth ship was detected and destroyed. She was the sole survivor, trapped behind enemy lines on what was once humanity's most strategic outpost. Footsteps echoed in the distance, measured and deliberate. Lisa gripped her sidearm tighter, knowing it held only 4 charges remaining. The steps grew closer, accompanied by a soft humming that seemed oddly familiar yet impossible to place. She held her breath as a shadow appeared around the corner. The figure that emerged was unlike any Krell warrior she had encountered. Tall and lean, with silver-blue skin that seemed to shimmer in the emergency lighting, the being wore simple civilian clothing rather than military armor. What struck Lisa most were its eyes, large, amber-colored, and filled with something she had not expected to see from any alien during this war: compassion. "Do not be afraid, human," the being said, in perfectly accented English. "My name is Kai. I bring no harm." Lisa kept her weapon trained on the stranger, though something in its demeanor made her hesitate to fire. "You're not Krell." "No," Kai replied softly. "I am Valdari. We are what your people might call refugees ourselves." The being slowly reached into a cloth bag slung across its shoulder. "You appear injured and hungry. May I approach?" The question caught Lisa off guard. In 3 days of hiding, no one had asked her permission for anything. Every encounter had been a fight for survival. She studied Kai's face, searching for deception, but found only genuine concern. "Why would you help me?" Lisa asked, though she lowered her weapon slightly. Kai moved closer with careful, non-threatening steps. "Because kindness should not be a casualty of war." From the bag, Kai produced a sealed container that emitted the most wonderful aroma Lisa had smelled in days. "This is kava root stew, a traditional dish from my homeworld. It will provide strength." Lisa's resolve crumbled as her stomach responded audibly to the smell. She slumped against the wall, suddenly feeling the full weight of her exhaustion. "I don't understand. Your people? Are you allied with the Krell?" "The Krell conquered our worlds 5 cycles ago," Kai explained, settling down across from Lisa with respectful distance between them. "Those of us who survived were scattered. Some serve them now out of fear, others out of desperation. But some of us remember who we were before the Empire came." Kai opened the container and offered it to Lisa, along with a simple wooden spoon. The gesture was so human-like, so familiar, that tears threatened to blur her vision. "We heard stories about humanity's resistance, about your people's refusal to surrender, even when facing impossible odds. It reminded many of us of our own spirit before it was broken." Lisa accepted the food with trembling hands. The first spoonful was extraordinary, rich and warming, with flavors that spoke of care in its preparation. "You made this yourself?" "Food prepared with intention carries more than nutrition," Kai said, with what might have been a smile. "It carries hope." As Lisa ate, Kai shared the story of the Valdari, once a proud species of explorers and artists, now reduced to serving as translators and cultural liaisons for their conquerors. Many had lost themselves to despair, but others found purpose in small acts of rebellion disguised as mercy. "There are 17 humans still hiding in various sections of this station," Kai revealed. "The Krell believe they eliminated all resistance, but I have been quietly providing aid where possible. Medical supplies, food, Information about patrol routes. Why risk it? Lisa asked between spoonfuls. If they discover what you're doing. Because every act of kindness is a victory against those who would crush the spirit, Kai replied. Your people fight with weapons and ships. We fight with compassion and memory of who we choose to be. The simple meal became a communion between two souls from different worlds, united by shared values that transcended species. As strength returned to Lisa's body, hope returned to her heart. She was not alone in enemy territory after all. There is a supply transport departing in 6 hours, Kai said as Lisa finished eating. I can get you aboard. It travels to the outer rim, where human resistance forces still operate. Lisa studied this unlikely ally, this stranger who had brought not just dinner, but genuine kindness when she needed it most. In Kai's amber eyes, she saw reflected the same stubborn refusal to surrender that burned in human hearts across the galaxy. Thank you, she said simply, knowing the words carried insufficient weight for such a gift. Kai stood and shouldered the empty container. Thank you for reminding me why such risks are worthwhile. Your species' determination to remain human despite everything gives others permission to remain themselves as well. As they prepared to leave the damaged corridor, Lisa realized she had witnessed something remarkable. In the midst of galactic war, a stranger had chosen compassion over safety, connection over isolation. It was a reminder that humanity's greatest strength had never been their weapons or technology, but their ability to inspire others to embrace their better nature. The war was far from over, but Lisa now carried more than intelligence and tactical information. She carried proof that kindness could flourish even in the darkest places, and that unexpected allies might be found among the stars if one remained open to receiving help when it came their way.